Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Link to the Past Randomizer League race. We've got WJP TBB versus Team. We're bad at team names. With their representatives, JTB and Synack, facing off in Week 1. My name's Willard J. Bradley. I'm joined today by my good friend, the NY Rambler. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. You know, I can't complain.
All right, so I'm just going to ask one thing before we start there. Please do not be biased. I know it's your team, WJPTBB. The extra B is for BYOBB. The extra B is a typo. That's the full name. You just see the first 6 letters.
I'll do my best. You know, I can't make any promises. But I'll do my best. You know, I just want a good, clean fight, a nice, close race. A minimal amount of, shenanigans to go on, but for the most part, I just want these two to have fun, and I want to have fun watching them have fun.
Yeah, the funny thing is that the way Sahasra boss a couple weeks, I'm mad at Synack, so I'm rooting for JTB also. I'm kidding, I'm not rooting for anybody.
How dare you? How dare you? Don't you do it!
Immediate bombs in Link's house is always a good start.
Yeah, it just means you don't have to farm bombs later along the way. We are getting both same route off the gate straight to Uncle for 2 items, and if we get a weapon over here, we might even see some people heading into Hyrule Castle right off the bat. Now, Rambler, why do you think people like to do this route? What's so special about it?
I don't know. This was a route that I was using a lot, but nowadays I'm starting to cool off on this route a little bit. I just, why bother coming to Hyrule Castle twice if you don't, and then you can clear it out anyway. But that's besides the point. Most of the time you don't find a sword there, and you have to come back later with a weapon. But this time it works out. They found a sword.
Oh, very interesting. We are, despite getting a sword from Uncle, Synack deciding to bail, go do something else, while JTB is going to be heading into Hyrule Castle. There are, a fair amount of items in here from the start, and it's just one of those nice places to get out of the way. But we'll see how this Divergent plays out. And that's just, I don't know, Uncle is just 2 quick items. You also get to check the tree pull. You saw both players pick up a sign, or at least one. I know we saw at least one of them pick up a sign, and then whack one of the guards on the way up. And then you can check one of the tree pulls right in the front, which can give you like bombs, arrows, rupees, fairies, magic.
You see the versions here. Synack goes into the Lost Woods. I'm gonna see what's a deep vanilla mushroom spot. We have just a piece of heart. He's gonna say no, thank you. We'll drop down, see what's in there. JTB to pick up arrows in the first chest here in Hyrule Castle.
I'm honestly a little bit surprised he didn't at least check the bush crab that's here in Lost Woods to see if he drops rupees or anything. I mean, he's good on bombs, especially now finding 3 more. Yeah. But, it's nice to have at least 100 rupees going into Kakariko just so you can knock out that bottle merchant right off the bat, because, I mean, there is still plenty of rupees in Kakariko as well, but it's just nice to be extra safe. Now, we do see on JTB's side, we get a bottle here in Escape, which is an item that does lead to a check here in Kakariko, so that ends up being important, and this Divergence is going to actually make a bit of a difference.
Yeah, Synack's still doing with traditional route, presenting he didn't find a sword. This is what most players would be doing in this exact scenario. Going to blind hunt, 5 items, probably going to get a good amount of money in here, and hopefully get enough for eventually. There's the hammer. But we should have enough money with the pots left to go into bottle vendor territory, so we'll be good for sure. Yeah, especially with that big 5 back there.
We'll have
well, there's 10 waiting for you in the dam, so no worries there.
The dam? When are they going there?
Not the dam, the well. That's what I said. The well.
10 rupees. There's 20 in there.
Well, there's quick time.
Rambler, stop spreading misinformation.
It's not. Okay.
We're gonna lose viewers. How could you?
Never mind. The first
I was wrong. Sorry. There's 340 or 320 in there. And a blue boomerang. Yeah, that hammer right off the bat is really nice. personally, when it comes, well, and a Moon Pearl, now we just need a glove. Well, there's Blue Mail as well, and Heart Piece. So we are already one item away from getting into the Dark World, and personally, Hammer to get into the Dark World is my preference over like Mitts or obviously Aga. Speaking of Aga, that is one of the signs that we might be heading in the direction of a seed that requires you to do Aghanim's Tower to get to the Dark World. That cape kind of, I don't know, it tends to, at least makes people think about it. You wouldn't think about it usually until you get the cape. Flippers here in Chicken Hut. This Kakariko is relatively stacked so far.
Yeah, this is definitely not a Soul Ski scene.
Oh wait, you would never do Kak Skip. I guess, did JTB technically do a Kak Skip since he didn't go to Kak right away?
Well, no, because he's in Kak now. Anyway, Lamp in the back of Tavern, so that's another piece of the Aga puzzle. Yeah,
so right now, Aga is doable.
Yes.
Well, not for Synack. He needs a little bit more magic, but he would be able to get the Dark World right now if he really wanted to. He has the cape to get through the barrier. He has a sword to cut down the curtains. He has a lamp to get through the dark rooms, and he has a Moon Pearl to walk around in the Dark World and actually do stuff like go to Hype Cave or Stumpy or go to Pod.
Yeah, we can't get to Village of Outcast yet, but we can get all the way to the digging game on the south route, and then go into Pod and Catfish with the north route.
Well, you can't get to Catfish yet.
Oh no, power glove.
But we still have plenty of Light World left to do. We got the whole South Shore. We still have all of Eastern Palace area. The rare Agina's Cave check over in Desert.
Synack was going back and forth about where to go. He was thinking maybe I go to Minimolan first, maybe I go to the Dam first. He's going to go to the Dam first.
Yeah, I mean, I could see people going like Mini Moldorn and then straight to the Zora stuff, and then doing Dam into Agana, just so it's not a, I'm going to walk all the way from Link's house to Agana's Cave right away. Because that's a bit of a long walk for one check.
Yeah, but if you don't do that, then you might orphan Ice Rock Cave, and that's another long check that you don't want to go back for. At least, and both of them, you don't really want to go back until you find like Flute or Boot.
I'm liking the sprites we're seeing today. We got, I believe, a Cheep on JTB's side, and the mouse cursor on Synack's side.
I'm pretty sure the mouse pointer is the biggest meme sprite that there is.
I mean, the tile was pretty up there as well.
Yeah,
this one's pretty good too. All right, well, that bottle that JTB found in Escape only leading to a heart container, but that's still kind of nice. You know, we do have blue mail, so we at least have a little bit of defense. But having an extra heart is a little bit, assurance. Oh,
does Synack not realize he? Okay, now I realize he has a sword.
Did he just toss that? Did that bomb like just go out the door?
Get out of here!
Take some Octoroks outside. 10 arrows, another heart piece. There's the hook shot. Okay. Oh. And the boots. Woohoo! Still no heart refill. All right. Well, boots. Did either of these players? I don't think either of these players checked what's at Lumberjack. That could actually be like our first glove or something.
That is true.
Synack's got to be real careful here. He's got down to one heart, and Crab could do him in. Sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say?
One thing about the hook shot is that now, the thing I was talking about earlier, now we do have access to, like, Village of Outcast.
Yeah, that's true. They can go up to the broken bridge and either swim up through the river or hammer the peg on the left side. Because there's, like, a small rock, a big rock, and then a peg to get up past that. So now, if I'm Synack, I'm starting to think about that Aga play, but at the same time, man, like 3 hearts, fighter sword. I mean, I guess you do have hammer. But the hard part is, like, at the same time, we just need one glove. Just a glove would change everything with this route.
Whenever I see seeds like this start to happen, I start to think that both gloves are going to be sitting in pot.
It's like, or no, dude, I remember there was one time I had a seed that played similarly like this, and then both gloves were sitting in Skullwoods, like, rooms apart. And it gave me quite the giggle. But this is our first map check. We do have a Pyramid Fairy crystal up at Tower of Hera, a red pendant over at Eastern, and then a normal crystal down at Desert Palace.
be intriguing to see where the other two pendants are going to be in the Dark World, because if one happens to be in there's another bottle for Synack, it'll be his first. But yeah, if there's another pendant on pod, then it could be a bolus seed.
The rare bolus seed.
Where you have the mimic clip.
Yeah, it's possible.
Or find two bows in GT.
You don't see it happen very often, but it'd be exciting. Oh, and there is a sword on Lake Hylia Island. There are, a mirror away from being able to get that. Well, and a trip through Aga Tower. But that's something to consider for the future.
Synack's still on just half a heart, so you have to be a little careful going through the Zora area. These fireballs, one fireball shot will just take him out.
Oh, good call here. Releasing the B so he can get another B.
Well, it was an upgraded B. It went from a boring B to a good B.
Oh, why'd you get rid of it? He could have sold that to the bottle merchant for 100 rupees. Because that would actually help him out in this quest to get money for Zora.
That involves going all the way back to CAC and then coming all the way back here. So I thought he was going to be making that.
Just a heart piece. All right. Well, the question is Synack going to go straight for escape into Aga Tower, or will we see the Eastern play? Be curious. Because you got to be thinking, okay, he's going to check Bonkronks and probably Lumberjack at this point, and maybe finish off with checking Sick Kid, if I had to take a wild guess. We are seeing some water walking action, of course, from the fish character, the fish sprite, over on JTB's side.
This is like a Kaizo cheap moving so fast.
He's so quick. Nothing in Bonk Rocks. I gotta get the feeling there's gonna be something in Lumberjack, but there very well could just be nothing. Like, literally nothing.
Well, I'm not literally nothing. It could be the single
literally
arrow. Single arrow and single rupee would be as close to literally nothing as you can get.
Literally the nothing item.
Well, if there's a short sword, maybe, but
a root four.
Alright, it's 20 rupees.
Alrighty. East Palace area versus Hyrule Castle. Synack, what is it gonna be? Alright, looks like he's going to the East Palace area. I mean, it's 3 items from Sahasrara's hut. If you really wanted to, he can find out where the green pendant is in the Dark World. And then there's up to 3 items available in Eastern, depending on their layout. Versus Hyrule Castle. Oh, go ahead.
The fact that it's pendant Eastern makes me want to make this play a little better, because that way we probably don't have to come back here. Hopefully we don't have to come back here.
Synack using a bomb on that wall, despite the fact that he does have the boots to open that up for free. Finding a fire rod in the back here, which is quite nice. That's a nice item. So now, obviously, progression is going to be at Mothula. Duh.
Follow the seed.
It's screaming. No, I'm not going to finish that statement.
Well, Ice Palace is a little more realistic, I would say. The old Bonos and Ice Palace trick.
The classic, tried and true tradition. A little too early to say, obviously, because not only do we not have access to that anyway, but we still need to find out if we even care about what medallions we need for Meyer or T-Rock.
It's called long-term speculations.
It's called foreshadowing.
If it was that, commentator's curse.
Every rando seed is cursed.
Yeah, that's true. Blame
Randomizer. Randomizer is just a curse upon the vanilla game. That too deep? That too dark?
Am
I losing? Oh my god. Alright, well, we got both rods already, so T-Rock's gonna be a pendant.
Yep.
Naturally. There's one item. There's 2 more in here, but yeah, at this point, both players are seemingly routing towards the same conclusion. Of course, Synack will have a little bit more to do in Escape in Hyrule Castle once he gets to it, but there's the second item. If I was Synack, I would be kind of considering just bailing at that point, just because it's a couple extra rooms to go to the next set of items, and you're very likely to find Big Key, Map, and then Compass in that order.
Yeah, that'll happen sometimes. just sit here and waste 2.5 minutes and use it for no reason. Or you could just find, the third item in this chest and then.
That's true. Maybe if it was a crystal. If it was a crystal, I'd consider doing that. Or maybe if I came in here without a lamp, I'd consider doing that. Okay, step 1. So vanilla big key.
Yeah, vanilla big key. You have to vanilla compass.
It's even worse now because you go get the vanilla big key to then just get the map, and you're like, come on, that's so rude. Well, after this, we still have Agnes Cave, and then maybe we have access to the back of Hyrule Castle, depending on the key layout. I don't know if we saw a small key in the front half on JTB's side.
We did not.
But we do.
The small key would only be in the first chest, and the first chest had 10 arrows.
Okay. So there's a good chance. Yeah, it would have to be either in Dark Cross or we'd have to come back for it later.
Or you can steal a key, which is kind of big bringing it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that actually play out where you can skip Aga by doing that if there's a glove in the back there or something, or some way to some progression item in the back there, but nah.
Yeah, it's definitely a play I've seen happen before. It's not a play I would personally make, but I gotta bring it up. I gotta do my due diligence as a top-tier commentator, as someone once said.
Top tier. Whoop, the classic. I feel like the only times that play has ever come into play in races I've done, it's been both times where my opponent did it and I didn't, and then they won because of it. So I kind of hate it, not gonna lie. But it is a fun concept to think about. Save scumming keys and stuff like that. Honestly,
has to do all of escape here. JTB, when he goes back, he'll just have to either go to the back, see what happens, or just go straight to Aga, or he can go to.
Yeah, he still wants to go do bonk rocks and check on the jack. So
Synack's and none, he is not. So that's true.
Now, if you were Synack, first time getting into escape, would you be following this route? I feel like I would have took that lamp or fire rod and gone straight to Dark Cross just to find out if I have access to the back section.
Probably, because if you do that, you can death warp and figure out where to go from there.
Mm-hmm. And when you're sitting at 3 hearts, death warping is pretty easy, even if you have blue mail.
Even with blue mail, it's only 6 hits from most enemies in the back there.
All right, well, I mean, it could just be Agnes. Dude, I've seen this happen before, where there's just a glove chilling in Agnes Cave or something.
But to be honest, the way that this seed is played out, it's something that I would skip personally also. I would be making the Aga play here as well.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm curious to see if JTB is going to go straight to the back first or go straight to Aga. Yeah, I like this. He will have to, spend a little extra time death warping because he did get that heart container. And yeah, Synack also losing a little bit of time not setting up the death warp earlier before getting the chest, but not losing that much time altogether. JTB, why are you getting health, buddy? That's the opposite of what you want.
What do you want to do when you set up death warp? Grab hearts or these pots.
All right, well, either this is a key and we can go to the back, or this could just be the glove. Or it's just bombs. Well. I honestly would just save and quit. I feel like save and quit would be...
Not as fast.
Maybe not.
This is faster for sure.
Well, now I'm going to be so curious to see what ends up being in the back of Hyrule Castle later on.
Synack going to save and quit route.
Despite having more health, or having less health.
Could he be making the Kina play here?
Oh, I just realized Synack does not have any magic, so he's got to figure something out here.
Yeah. Go to Uncle, get some...
Yeah, I mean, that'd probably be the best thing to do, is just go straight to Uncle, or He never actually checked what Sick Kid had, so he could go get the magic from the tree that's right above the portal in Kakariko, and then get his heart container. But yeah, that's kind of a weird circumstance to be in. That's why I always grab that free magic when I go check Uncle, just because you never know. Because you could go to Kakariko and find Hammer and Powder right away. Like, all right, I need magic now to check this. All right, so for that time being, JTB is going to take a bit of a lead. Careful, careful.
Hold the president buttons on that screen.
I don't even remember what my button combination is to bring up the Super NT menu. I just know what to do to accidentally like reset it, or purposely reset it.
I think you would purposely reset it more often than accidentally.
Yeah, you gotta kind of have to go out of your way because it's like.
I mean, I'm an emulator player, so I have to click a bunch of buttons to get to there.
I have to hit start, select, and up at the same time. I don't know how you're gonna accidentally do that. The other thing to think about is JTB. You have a hammer. What are you doing? Oh, Synack not realizing he doesn't have the magic still. Okay. Is he gonna try and farm magic off of enemies?
And you could also see what stun prize is, but
that's true. This is looking like a little bit of panic mode right now. Oh my god. JTB, you have 2 hearts.
Alright, there's a stun prize. Stun prize arrows, though. Hope he knows about the Uncle area, but he might... I don't know.
Well, he's either going to run over and buy a potion, or go get magic from Kakariko at this point. Kind of an unfortunate scenario to be in.
Yeah, because he was tied up with JTB. They were almost in sync when they were in Dark Cross together. And now it's unfortunate circumstances. Synack is going to go to the potion shop, looks like. That's put Synack a full Aga clear behind.
So far, no blue balls on JTB's side.
Don't jinx it.
So far, 0. 4 hits in a row. That's pretty good. Or 3, I guess. It's only 3, right? 3 per cycle? Is it 4? Okay.
Yeah.
I play this game. And... sorry.
Womp, womp.
1. The other thing to consider now for Synack is the fact that he bought potions means now he's going to be a little bit even further away from buying the Zora item, which is in logic because of the flippers. Yeah, now he's going to be an entire Aga Tower behind.
Meanwhile, it was a 2 blue ball Aga 1.
Oh.
Mushroom.
All right. Mushroom right up the bat. Clearly, this is our progression. All right, well, here's the thing. Aga is complete, and now JTB has a lot of directions he can go now. It looks to me like, well, we're going to see a map check. We are...
Oh,
ooh, okay.
We're both right. It is Pendant TR and it's Pendant Pod.
Green Pendant Pod, Pyramid Fairy Crystal down at Ice Palace, so... This could be a bow and GT kind of seed.
Well, we have Fire and Ice Rod. It could be a pet seed.
It could. We got all the... oh, poor Synack.
First enemy.
Magic draw.
Magic.
Dang, that sucks. Alright, well. Interesting decision on JTB's side, heading this direction first. He's going to check out what's on Bumper Ledge, and he's feeling confident. Might go for that Mothula play right away. I kind of feel like going down to like Hype Cave Digging Game might have been a more lucrative start to this route. Just in case you find a sword, or more HP, or, I don't know, the mitts, or a glove, actually.
So doing Mothula with this setup is very bold. I would not have the cojones to do it. I will tell you that much right now.
Well, let's see. The spikes, I think, still do a full heart, even with blue mail. And the running into Mothula or Mothula shots will normally do 2 hearts with green mail, but with blue would do 1, I would assume. So just don't get hit. Easy.
Plus, you have to use the hammer or sword spins or 16 slashes, which is forever.
Oh, all right. Synack's gonna have to use that blue potion. Down to half a heart. I like the red guard blocking his fire rod shot with a spear. The funny thing is, if you shoot a silver arrow at one of these guards, and they shoot a spear or a an archer guard shoots an arrow back, your silver will not only go through their arrow and like block it, and then kill them. So it's like you can't. Normally, like we saw earlier, they like bonked off each other, but either way, silvers are powerful. Sorry.
Yeah, long story short, silver's broken.
Yeah. I was going to go into like a reference, but then I kind of realized it was too much of a stretch. But anyway...
Keep stealing my gimmick. You're the one that's rambling now.
LA Rambler.
Hey,
Book. Interesting. That didn't look like an intentional fall on JTB's side.
It was RNG manip.
Always. Alright, of course, the room down here at the bottom, the pinball room, is a shuffled item in this version. JTB, gotta be a little bit careful. I've seen players, like, when coming down from this direction, will, like, bonk across the wall there to get across the pit. Just to kind of avoid that hard hat beetle.
Shovel at him, except when it's not.
Did he get the big key? I don't think he did.
No, not
so
yet.
Big key's going to be in the back.
Yeah, big key, last small key, and item is in the back.
So that means that big key's either going to be locked in itself in the big chest, or it's going to be on Mothula, and the small key's going to be in the front chest. So he knows.
No, I think can the small key be locked behind? Oh no, it can't be. That's right. Yeah.
I guess the big key could be in the first chest, and then the other small key could be.
No,
in the
logically,
big
I don't think that's possible. Oh yeah, that scenario works. And then Mothula has the last item.
JTB's not going to go fight Mothula at this moment. And I hope he can find some more health, a better weapon. And I really approve of this kind of, logical thinking. Like, it's good to look at your what you have, what you can do, and like realize your capabilities and be like, okay, this is not something I feel comfortable doing, so I don't want to go out of my way and potentially fail when I could come back later and do it successfully for the first try.
Yeah, that's a play like most players, I think, except for maybe the super top tier, would definitely put off Mothula until later because they don't want to risk dying more than once, even if it's too much. Meanwhile, Synack is going to make the hype cave play here. Instead of going around to filter outcasts.
He's doing the thing I would have done. So let's see if it would have paid off. 5 items in here. Could find a sword. Only big 20 so far. Oh, there's a bow at least, so we're not going to get that beautiful bow in GT. And the Ether Medallion, one of our 3 medallions we may or may not need. Of course, Mire is one of the required dungeons we'll have to beat, so hopefully that medallion belongs to it.
So with that bow, and with us having the fire and ice rod ready, you know what I'm thinking. Arby's.
Arby's?
I'm thinking Arby's.
You thinking Arby's?
I'm thinking something more disgusting than Arby's. The pedestal.
When I saw Synack running up this way, I was like, is he just gonna like be a madman and go straight to pod with this bow and hammer? And he can do all of it. It is green pendant as well.
And if Mirror's there, you can just, go kill our merchandise for last item there also.
Yeah. But, I mean, here's the thing to think about. We did just get the book, so we can at least check the pedestal, find out if it's required early. At this point, it could be some amount of items.
It could be a medallion. It could be the mirror.
Yeah, that's about it. Or a
And
sword.
Flute.
Oh, I am flute.
So a few things it could be. Not too much, because the things that unlock it are Samari and 2 gloves, which is a lot of stuff.
Generally, for me, I have a rule that if T-Rock's a pendant, I just kind of rule pedestal out entirely. Because just despite even having already both rods, it's like there's so many things that need to happen for there to be something on the pedestal in this situation. But this is also a case where I feel like you always see flute or required medallion from Meyer in T-Rock. So we'll have to see. I'm curious to see how the rest of that goes.
I think there could be something. Well, Pod will more than likely have something. Pendant Pod usually is a pretty safe play to have a required item or 2.
It's 5 items plus a 6 because it's a green pendant.
Yeah, and then we can full clear it, especially with no glove. Like, glove in Pendant Pod is, especially after Aga, is something that you see more often than not.
Well, it's one of those things to consider as JTB tries to lift up the rock and knows and doesn't realize it, or forgets that he doesn't have that glove. It's weird to be 30 minutes in and not have a glove. But, like, we did Aga Tower. Pod's right there. Especially getting that bow in Hype Cave. You gotta think that there's something in Pod at this point.
Well, Synack looks like he is going to go try to take Mothula out.
Alright, well, he does have... Well, he's got a green potion, so he'll be able to use that and just wail on Mothula with more Fire Rod shots. It looks like the small key is going to be locked in the big chest, so we're not going to have to worry about that. And this is actually surprisingly, like, lowish % seed. Still on Fighter Sword, only at 5 hearts apiece.
Yeah, it's very, very low % seed.
Fortunately, the blind fight is pretty straightforward as long as you know what you're doing. JTB shouldn't have too much trouble getting through here.
I love the death sprite for the cursor. Is
the blue screen. That's nice. So it's a nice touch. Synack just setting up a death warp so we can get back to the start instead of having to walk back.
Very nice blind fight on JTB side.
300 smackers. Well, that puts you above what you need to go check Zora to go get our first glove, obviously.
Synack gonna use the ether here to take out the give those.
I like it. It's smart.
Save your magic.
He knows he needs as much health as possible for this fight because it's going to be tough. And the nice thing is Ether. Oh wow, that lingering hitbox taking out the Wallmaster. Nice. He knows that Ether will one-shot the Gibdos, which is a kind of weird thing. The medallions, all the medallions, kind of work differently depending on the enemies, which is kind of silly.
Was that one dig?
One big heart piece. Beautiful. Ooh, okay, Synack almost getting grabbed by the Wallmaster whilst falling. Good old 1.0. Almost coming into play. Let's see how this goes. If he can get some favorable Mothula patterns, if he keeps moving to the bottom like he's doing now, he might have a good shot at getting past this.
Bust the hammer out for a few shots here. Get in line.
Maybe he doesn't have... He doesn't have a green potion because he bought it and drank it immediately. That's where I'm getting confused. Okay. He's got to be careful.
One left.
Yeah, these Fighter Sword spins are just...
Wow.
Come on.
Oh,
nice.
Geez.
Oh, that's amazing. Well done. What a clutch factor right there. Well, he didn't get any amazing progression, but he does get a crystal out of it. Does complete the dungeon, doesn't have to come back to Mothula anytime soon. So that is really good to see, so good job to him. That was scary.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, because he routed back to front, because he is going to go down to Village of Outcast next, he will get his book soon. And JTB, it looks like he's heading back into the Dark World. Gotta assume he's heading to pot at this point. He's got that bow. Well, or maybe not. Actually, I don't know.
There's no other way to get to the other direction. But yeah, it looks like pot is the play.
I was just trying to remember why he saved to quit, but he was at digging games, so it would have been much faster to do it this way than to run back.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just so excited to see my friends doing well. That just makes me happy. I'm very biased, by the way, but I'm biased because both these guys are cool and they're my friends. So
yeah. I mean,
so
yes,
both...
yes, JTB is your teammate, but yes, Synack is.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
Super cool.
Synack has done a lot for the community in general, like the Sahasrara bot stuff that he's done that allows us to play like mystery seeds.
I think he's done more for the community than anyone else there is right now.
Yeah,
especially the past year.
Aside, other than the developers, obviously, he's contributed a lot to the community, and dude's a homie. Oh wow, big key in the first chest of pods, so entirely bow locked pod, which kind of makes this play feel even better. The other thing to think about, Rambler, is now that we have that book, all of Desert Palace is in play at this point. Well, no, we don't have that glove, but it's possible that a glove could be on Desert Ledge.
It is possible. We haven't seen anything in Desert yet. Not even a game escape yet.
So pod could be the wrong play.
One thing about this pod play is routing pod without the mirror is so atrocious.
Mm-hmm. I mean, fortunately, they still have low health, so death warping is not too inconvenient, especially because like the Kadongos will do a full heart with their fireballs. The spikes, well, I guess you wouldn't be death warping here because you have a hammer. There's both items in the front, so now we get to head to the back. Probably bonk across to grab a small key. Dude, JTB, you should just go... Well, no. Grab this key, then just go kill Helma. Do it, it'll be funny. Come on. Oh, what's he doing?
I think that the big key chest has to have a small key in this scenario, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Well, generally, there's only ever going to be, at most, 2 items, 2 non-small keys in the front, and he got the big key and the compass, so... Both of these have to be small keys, yeah.
And that's something that, JTB, he has been playing for a while, but he still might not know some of the more intricate parts of the randomizer.
Mm-hmm. Ciao. It's okay. We'll get him. I'll get him up in the team chat room.
For those of you watching this on YouTube, the third member of Team WJP JTB is in chat talking about coaching JTB on key count.
I'm probably going to end up... I'm going to sign up to do commentary for... I'm actually sitting out this week so that I can commentate both the races. I want to see what these guys are made of.
Well, we already know what both are made of based on prior tournament results because Brewers Fan JP is a former top 32 runner from the 2018 tournament, and JTB made top 64 of this year's 2019 tournament, so they do have skill.
They know what they're doing. Except in pot.
Yes. Oh, wait, Master Sword.
Well, that is a nice find, because that also allows the eventual checking of Bombos and Ether tablets, so that's good to know. Synack still making his way through Thieves Town. But yeah, still no huge progression, no glove here. Which, if this isn't the answer, then yeah, it's going to end up probably being Desert Palace. Yep.
Don't want to get, but it was just don't want to accidentally die before death warp.
Well, we got a shield. I think that's like 3 items now. Yeah.
We are mapping combos already, so yeah. So there's definitely going to be so 2 items. There's bombos.
Okay.
That could be required. So I think we already got mapping combos, so this is going to be an item as well, and Helm will have one. Ah, sucks with death warping.
Feels bad. Ooh, he's oh wow, okay.
That is a play.
This is risky. He's bailing out on in logic Helmassar King, who not only has the green pennant. Does he also have an item?
Here's the thing why I really don't agree with this. What else is there to do at this point?
There's desert, there's the 2 items, the potential 2 items in desert, Agha's Cave, and Desert Ledge. And Zora. I'm pretty sure that's it. Also, I want to say that I'm pretty sure there's a map on Helma. Because I don't think he would have saved and quit if there was an item on Helma.
I thought I saw the map on one of those other areas, but I could be wrong.
Alright, Synack bringing out the cape to take down Blind. Is he gonna... It's 2 bosses in a row that he's finished with only 1 heart, so... Keeping us on our toes. Yeah, as for crystal counts, we're all tied up, and at this point, Synack's probably gonna have to go follow over into Pod. If it ends up being Green Pennant or Zora, like, the lead could change.
Yeah, very easily.
Oh, nice little poke there. Poke and dash.
We are officially boots locked here, but luckily we had the boots a long time ago from the Mothula cave.
We're past the 40-minute mark with 0 gloves. That is remarkable.
Match was just sitting on a Gina's cave.
I'm just waiting for it to be there or Zora, and Aga was not even required. Dude, that's why sometimes you just gotta consider that opening Houlihan route at the beginning of a seed. Because you never know when you're gonna get flippers, and then all of a sudden that option is just taken away from you. Alright, right side here. Will we have 2 items? No! So there is an item on Land Molas, but will this be the glove to get us to Land Molas? No! Oh my God.
Well, at least now we can immediately leave the dungeon going this way and go to Gina's cave.
Yeah, it's kind of the nice thing about routing desert. The way that desert routed out. It'd have been a lot worse. I mean, I guess it would have been as bad if, like, you got small key and then had to go right to get big key and then check left side. Because you could just drop off Desert Ledge, but this worked out better. Oh, Synack is going straight for Zora, it looks like. This could be good, because he could be able to just skip Pod entirely if this is correct. Agha's Cave has 10 arrows. So it's either Zora or Green Pendant at this point.
And watch it, like, not even be glove. Watch it be, like, flute.
Yeah, it's going to be like flute, and then gloves. Both gloves will be up on East Death Mountain. Oh, we still have that mushroom we haven't checked either. Forgot about that one. That was on the pyramid, too. Looks like that's what JTB is going to go for. Well, if it was off a mushroom, then Aga was still required. But if it's on Zora, you're going to be feeling a little behind. 10 arrows!
What now?
It's got to be this. Or Green Pendant, that's it.
Or go kill Helmassar, yeah.
I think that's all we have. And Mushroom leads to...
Oh.
So Aga required. So that's a little bit more relieving if you're one of these 2 runners. And JTB is going to go ahead and use those gloves right away to go waste some money on Zora. My concern is that mushroom is an easy thing to forget about.
The thing is, there's not going to be much things left for Synack to check.
Oh yeah, of course. But had he done that, he would have been able to have the glove to get to Landmolus. Who knows?
Sure.
Maybe Landmolus has our next piece of the puzzle too.
Like more gloves.
Mm-hmm. So this glove gets us up to Death Mountain. We have the hookshot and hammer, so we can get to Tower of Hera. So there's a ton of checks up there that we can do now. We can go kill Landmolus. We can check Back of Escape, which we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, that the first glove opened up, about 35 locations.
Quite a few. But we can check Catfish. That's an option now. So we are going to get a small key. I don't know if we already got the map or not. So there's at least going to be one item here, maybe two. Red mail. That's it.
Nice.
That's even worse. Like, personally, red mail is just awful when you don't have the mirror. But at least he didn't get that before going to, like, Pod or something.
But hey, Cheap Cheap's now the proper color. Or the original color, I should say.
It's so cute. Little shield. Alright, well, we are going up to Death Mountain here on JTB's side. We're going to be able to save the old man, check Spectacle Cave,
do
Paradox,
everything. We can
Spiral,
do everything.
Hera, Ether Tablet could be huge, so that pod play might not have been terrible on JTB's side if Ether Tablet's holding on to something. We find the glove up there, we can then do Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny. Might even be able to open up T-Rock.
If we find some Mario, we can also do T-Rock. We can try not dying also. Alright, Synack, where's your next play? We see 10 bombs on top of Spec Rock, so we'll have to come back for that. And 10 arrows inside, so don't have to come back for that. Synack gonna make his way probably over to Pod at this point. So, we'll see if he completes Pod while he's here.
Alright, 5 chests come up here in Paradox Cave. Finally getting some hearts. There's that single arrow.
Synack was 2 rupees short from opening up. Now he's gonna go big.
Oh, no. That feels even worse because, then you just automatically lose the... Or did he try to open it and Kiki ran away?
Yeah.
Oof.
Trying to save not falling, but that didn't work.
He's just gonna go around.
Yeah, usually after the second time, you're just like, you know what, forget this.
That's fair, I guess.
Ah, the Floating Island check. Floating Island is a lot of money.
So nothing really over on east side of the mountain, so it's got to come down to Ether, Tab, Para, maybe Spike Cave.
Yeah, Spike Cave is another thing that we can check. But this one is hard to up. There's some Maria. Okay.
Well, if we find Mitts up here, we might be able to just go ahead and do T-Rock if we have the right medallion.
Yep, just do it. But yeah, one of the issues between doing Spiral Cave and doing Spike Cave when you're up here. Oh, there's the Mitts. Okay.
All right.
Someone burned Willard.
Pieces are all coming together. So at this point, we still need that flute and we need the mirror, and then we might need Quake for Meyer. That'd be about it.
And just as a heads up to all you memers out there, yes, both Ocarina and Mirror can potentially be on a pedestal.
There's still hope, I guess. I think he had it maybe, but that rupee got in the way. I'm not sure. Now we have a sleeping Pushin on stream.
You got it though.
I don't know.
Suddenly,
that looked questionable.
Well, there's the map, so...
You got the Mitts. The big key's down in the basement. So if Moldrum just gives him an item, then he's done in here. He got both items to get Pale.
Yeah, if not, he's probably going to orphan that last item behind.
Synack about to pick up his Master Sword. Probably feeling pretty good about that find. Be curious to see if he decides to go ahead and kill Helma. That could be a turning point in this race.
That could be what Synack needs to get back into this.
Yeah. But I mean, at this point, it can only be, what, Flute or Mirror? The problem about... I mean, Flute would lead him towards checking Mushroom, because that's a quicker check, in my opinion. And because he doesn't have Mitts or anything. Mirror, on the other hand, would send him to Swamp, probably. And might not help him out. If anything. Totally missed what JTB got.
Honestly, same. Alright, let's see what's in there. Looks like something exciting the Death Warp up.
At this point, he's about halfway through. There we go. I'll do it.
It's like
confirmation from chat that it was a big 20, so that is both items out of Hera, so we will not be coming back for that big key ever. And JTB now, with those Mitts, going to head into the Dark World. Honestly, if I were him, I would go all the way up around and go to the T-Rock portal. But then, of course, you'd feel obligated to go in there.
Of course. I mean, if you don't mirror, you'd rather go in there.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, with Mitts, he now has, what, Smith Chain, Ice Palace he can go do. King's Tomb. That's pretty much it.
Never mind, there's Mirror.
Alright, well, now he can go into T-Rock if he really wants to, but